Good morning, everyone. I have tried to make this video for a long time. I finally came in here to the warmest room in the house because I got cold outside. And so here I am inside the house. I want to talk about a few things, but something that I have seen trending is the idea that some people going to food pantries are thieves. I believe that one of the comments was directed towards me. I could be wrong, but it was directed towards me because I do go to a food pantry when my neighbor wants to go. I do not go any other time. I know how to coupon, look for deals and sales, and so on and so forth. I am on a limited budget due to the fact that there is no income coming in here. I'm not working, the husband's not working, and I had to put some money aside I can't even touch until August. So I continue to go to the grocery store once or twice a week to try to find all of the best deals that I can find to make certain that all of my animals get proper nutrition, we get proper nutrition, and we always have food in the house. Um, Being a prepper, I put away food, lots of food, and I do it for me and other households. And the reason I do that because if something were to go bad, I want to be able to pull them in and work together to plant gardens and so on and so forth, but maybe eat what we have already stored up. I have a lot of food stockpiled. Most of it is in buckets, and I'm not going to tell you how many buckets I have now. I did just put 16 away in the past, what was it, 5 months, 4 months, something like that. So we've got quite a bit of food put away in buckets. But the one thing that's bothered me is being called a thief. The food pantry has food that expires, okay? And once it hits that expiration date, they can no longer give it to the public who are signed up for the food pantry. When I go to the food pantry with my neighbor, I help him fill out his stuff and then I fill out mine. Mine is completely different from his. His is stuff that he can eat now, okay? He's not going to want long grain rice. He's not going to want dried beans. He's going to want all of those foods prepared already that he all he has to do is heat up and eat. Meat that he can fry, cans of food that he can dump, you know, things like that. Now, when I go, I'm looking for coconut oil, avocado oil, baking needs, a long grain rice, the dried beans. I'm looking for the longer term food when I go in. Granted, I still get some meat and produce and bread. Those are the three things that they will just give you what they have. But here's the issue. Some people who see people go to the food pantry are saying they are stealing. Really? That is a very, very harsh accusation to call someone a thief. And I don't think that they have the right to judge you as a thief. If you're having a rough time and, there's like 2 weeks of time where groceries are going to be really, really slim, why shouldn't you go to a food pantry to help you fill your freezer and your refrigerator and your pantry on those times when money is slim? Maybe all of your bills came in at the same time. Maybe your child was sick. Maybe something happened that you couldn't afford groceries for 2 weeks. It's not being a thief to sign up at the local food pantry. For me, I go when my neighbor goes. I have no income. I'm on the cusp of either deciding to sign up for disability or, just hope for the best. So, yes, I go to a food pantry when my neighbor wants to go. But to be called a thief because I know how to grocery shop properly and I have animals to feed, I'm not a thief. And I don't really appreciate being called a thief by someone who really doesn't have that qualification to be the judge and jury of human beings going and getting food. Once it's out of your hands when you donate, just forget about it. Just do your good deed and don't dwell on it and don't want that pat on the back constantly. I've donated for years all my coupon stuff, mostly personal items, um, but the amount that I have donated as far as hundreds of dollars, it really doesn't matter because probably it would be thousands of dollars worth of personal products that I have donated in the past 10 years to pantry and to what I call the share shack for the homeless folks down on the river. I have a hard time with people being the judge and jury of others, just trying to feed their family. How is that being a thief? You pull up in a Mercedes Benz, that doesn't mean that you're not having money issues. Maybe that's the reason you're having money issues. I personally don't buy new cars. I personally buy used cars cash and we drive them until they fall apart or we fix them and we don't have that monthly bill. I try not to buy crap like the husband does, but that's besides the point. Having money issues is no one else's business. If you go to the food pantry because you need food that specific time, there's a time frame you're having issues, don't pay attention to these people that want to call you a thief because they're ignorant. Their income is a whole lot different than our income. I don't get paid by YouTube. I don't even have the fancy channels, the fancy channel. So I'm not getting paid by YouTube. I just enjoy doing it. I enjoy talking. I enjoy showing what I'm doing. And I've done this for years. I'm not new at YouTube. But I've never really tried to, up my quality of videos. But when I see YouTubers calling people thieves, that's harsh. And that's a judgment that is not on you. So when someone's having monetary issues, whether it's because they're disabled or they're on a fixed income or they don't have an income or their income couldn't cover for a couple of months all of the bills that they have accumulated, but they still need to feed their family, why are you calling them thieves? You need to stop it. That's not right. Once you give to the pantry, forget about it. Pat yourself on the back like a lot of people like to do because they donate. I've donated for years, tons of stuff, but I never asked for that pat on the back. But I do have a great relationship with the food pantry that we go to when my neighbor wants to go. So let's just get it right. You're not a thief if you go to the food pantry and you have a full time job and you have income and you just need that little bit of extra help to get the groceries for a couple of weeks that you really couldn't afford because you're overextending on your finances. That's not stealing. So just remember that. Y'all have a great day. Hugs from a distance. Um, I don't know what's next. We'll see. Bye, y'all.